as a labor nurse, even though I love it, I've been working nights for the last 2 years. Having a more regular schedule is huge for me, but I also had a baby 4 months ago.
Okay.
I was like, I've always really wanted to do this. And I had my husband behind me pushing me to do it. And when else am I going to have the time to just run down to Scottsdale and take this awesome course and learn all this technology? So it just seemed like everything lined up. It was good timing. And then it was just like that little push I needed.
Hey, I'm Louis the Laser Guy, and welcome to my podcast, Pursue Your Passion. Join me on my journey as we discover how estheticians, nurses, physicians, and complete career changers are living their passion in this booming billion-dollar medical aesthetics industry. Finding your purpose isn't only about making great money, it's about so much more. It's about tapping into your passions and chasing your dreams.
Welcome, everybody, to the National Laser Institute podcast. My name is Louis, the Laser Guy, where we explore journeys of nurses and doctors and estheticians and career changers stepping into this booming billion-dollar industry of medical aesthetics. Today, I've got Jessica from Arizona. What town in Arizona, Jessica?
Cottonwood, Arizona.
Cottonwood, Arizona. For the world watching, I know we probably have people watching Dubai, Canada, Mexico, Chicago, Boston. What the heck's Cottonwood? Where's Cottonwood? Tell the world.
So we are nestled right between Sedona and Jerome. Super cute little town. It's perfect for tourists. And we've got a lot of retirement community here too.
Are you like a little farm girl?
What's that?
Do you guys have like cows and goats? You like have a farm?
Yes, we do.
I was teasing. You're being serious.
Yeah. Well, I actually grew up in Cornville, and I'm so used to being teased. Everybody's like, don't you just love corn? So I'm like, no. Not what that's about. So we're nestled right between Jerome and Sedona, but we get a lot of snowbirds and all of that.
Awesome. So I met you in the month of January. I assume you're an RN, or?
I am, yes.
Okay, an RN, and you took some cosmetic technology, aesthetic technologies, and Botox and fillers classes with us. Just curious, what kind of nursing were you doing before I met you?
So currently and before, I was a delivery nurse. I also do postpartum and couplet care, and then circulating the OR. So, and I've also got a history in telemetry nursing. So I've got a little bit of background in both, and I love labor and delivery nursing. Love it, love it, love it. But aesthetic nursing's just got such a pull for me. So, and I've always talked about doing it. So.
And what got you intrigued once upon a time? And was it a year ago or 10 years ago? What made you start thinking aesthetic nursing?
So before I even entered nursing, I always knew, I want to hit labor and delivery, and I really want to hit aesthetic nursing. I love, I've never considered myself an artist, but when I look at the things that people do with lips and with Botox and all the results you get from lasers, I just feel like it's so awesome. And I always think I know exactly what I would do for this person. And yeah. So it's the one area where I've always felt like I could be artistic. And then I also love the science of nursing. So it's such that perfect mesh for me.
Right.
I feel good. And just, I'm a chatty. So I know people like to come in and get their treatment.
Right. So I know it's always hard for people to, even if somebody's a passion or they're excited, they want to change life. It's hard to do something new, make a decision, whether it's moving to a different state or getting married or having a baby, finding a job. It's always hard to kind of step outside our comfort zone, from the known to the unknown, or the comfortable to the uncomfortable. But then we always do it, and it's amazing. So what gave you the push, the kick in the butt to say, you know what, I'm going to take a training course and I'm going to freaking do this shit?
Okay. So, well, as a labor nurse, even though I love it, I've been working nights for the last 2 years. Having a more regular schedule is huge for me, but I also had a baby 4 months ago.
Okay.
I was like, I've always really wanted to do this. And I had my husband behind me pushing me to do it. And when else am I going to have the time to just run down to Scottsdale and take this awesome course and learn all this technology? So it just seemed like everything lined up. It was good timing. And then it was just like that little push I needed to get out of the hospital, get away from all that.
No, figuratively speaking, that little push, right?
Yeah,
Needing the baby coming out, right?
Exactly.
Now, was that the first time in a long time you'd been around a delivery where you weren't the one delivering, you're actually having the baby?
Yeah, well, so I had 2 babies in the last 2 years. I kind of just jumped in, and yes, that was a little different other side of things.
So while you were sitting there pushing and crying and screaming and in pain, and the labor nurses around you, were they like buddies of yours? Were you telling them what to do? Don't do it this way, do it that way?
Yeah, I went in and delivered in the middle of the night. I was the only patient on the floor. I had 2 of my nurse friends that I work with there. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. So how was your training experience? Did you enjoy like coming and taking the clinicals and getting your hands on and stuff?
Oh, I loved every moment of it. I'm not going to lie, for the laser portion, I was very like intimidated by every treatment until I got on it, and then I couldn't get enough of it.
Yeah, it's addicting. So. I agree.
And
All
then
right, so you finished the course with us, and I assume you started looking around for a job. And what did you figure out for yourself? What's the plan? What's the journey?
Yes. So, well, I haven't told everybody that we may be moving, so let's try not to tell the whole world just yet. But I have a friend who opened a med spa here last year. She's planning on getting a laser in July. She's currently doing Botox and fillers. So I'm planning on taking a position with them in May, and just kind of building clientele. And then if we do move, I will probably look for a med spa job full time and then come down here one day a week and continue with them.
Awesome. So I'll make sure if we post this in front of 1 million people, we'll wait till after May. Deal?
That works for me.
I get it. Awesome. And when you're doing the injections, was any type of injection in particular that intrigued you more? Like was it more like Botox or lips or cheeks or anything that kind of caught your eye more?
I feel like it's going to be like everyone's answer, but I loved lips.
Right.
It's just gratifying to watch the change happen right in front of you. And like the nurse side of me really just likes to poke people. So I love that people are here and they're numbed. And they're like, yeah, go for it. So that's really cool.
And how would you feel though about having a normal job, like normal hours, like 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, or no like late nights, no on calls, no crazy weekends? Like, is that gonna be weird for you to have like a normal schedule in cosmetic nursing?
I think it's going to be different, but I'm so excited for it actually. My husband keeps talking to me about like, it's going to be so nice because your days are so long. You'll actually be home for dinner. And I think that'll be good.
Yeah. I remember, I always tell this story. It's funny. I met a gal, I was a cardiac cath lab nurse long ago. And we dated for several years. When we first started dating, I remember when she invited me over to her house, she's going to cook me a nice romantic dinner. She's, I'll be there at 7. I'm going to make steak and lobster and broccoli, blah. So it's like 15 minutes to 7. I'm driving to her house. I'm in Scottsdale. She's in Gilbert, almost an hour away. And I get this text like, oh my God, like some helicopter just flew in, heart attack. I'm going to be a little bit late. Can we make it 8 o'clock instead? And I go, no big deal. I'll go hang out at Starbucks. I'll see you in an hour. So 8 o'clock rolls away. I'm so sorry. It's taking longer than I thought. There's a key under the rock. Can you just do me a favor? Run to Whole Foods, grab some food. I'm going to have to make you dinner a different night. We'll just get some pre-made food and we'll have a nice dinner and we'll do it for like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I go, yeah, no big deal. So I'm there and I'm kind of chilling in the house, watching some TV, waiting for you back. And next thing I remember is just like a tap on my shoulder and I must have fallen asleep. And she's all, honey, I'm so sorry. I just got done. I looked at my watch. It was 3 a.m. And that's when I realized why she was shifting to cosmetic nursing, Yeah. So
that's probably for a lot of nurses. And it's just such a booming industry. I think it's the perfect time to get in.
Yeah, it really is. It's exploded. In fact, our cosmetic nursing business is on fire. A combination because it's so mainstream, it's so common. And the world of COVID, I mean, even though some nurses are making phenomenal money, I got nurse friends who are making more than doctors now because nobody wants to work in the COVID world, but they're still burned out. They're saying, I don't have a life and I'm risking my life and I want to do a normal job and this is cool and fun. I can make good money. So I think we're seeing a lot of the ICU emergency ward nurses like shift out of that COVID world into cosmetic nursing too.
Oh, definitely. And it's so gratifying to get patients who are like doing things for themselves. They're happy. They're coming to see you and chat with you and get service from you. And so much of the hospital, people know they're going to come in. They know they're going to get an IV and they're just most of the time so unhappy about it. But the people in aesthetics are so thrilled to be here. So it's just so nice to have that change of pace and be the one that them feel like their best self.
Yeah, I always joke that most nurses typically don't, when you're treating a sick or dying patient, you don't typically ask for their Instagram or Facebook or get their phone numbers. You can hit the wine bar that night. But in the cosmetic medicine world, you're in Botox and fillers. You're like friends with these people. It's like the relationship you have with your hairstylist. So like, hey, what's your Instagram? Let's go to Starbucks one day. It's just you're friends with them. It's totally different,
It's so true. You get their whole life story in 15 minutes that you're doing a procedure. And it's just so nice to have that.
So just like your hairstylist is probably your therapist when you're having a fight with your husband or something like that, you're going to end up being the therapist for your future Botox clients,
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you, my dear, for get me up to speed with your life and let me know how things go. And as you're evolving, let's stay in touch. And I wish you the best of luck in this new journey for you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right. Have a good day.
You take care. Bye.
So either you're currently in the aesthetic and beauty business or thinking about jumping in. Did you know the fastest way to grow any aesthetic or beauty business is with social media, Instagram and Facebook? Follow us at Ask Luology and receive free, complimentary, daily marketing tips and tricks to grow your business and soar on social media. Check it out. Thank you for listening to the Pursue Your Passion podcast. Are you interested in learning more about the medical aesthetics industry? Well, feel free to visit us online at nationallaserinstitute.com or connect with us on Facebook or Instagram. I'm Louis the Laser Guy, and we'll see you next week.